Wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. Hey guys, woo! Listen, nothing goes better with today's recipe than Frank Sinatra. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another great day in my kitchen. We're playing songs for swinging lovers. Frank Sinatra, Capitol Records, 1952, I believe. So it's a great song, great recipe. This is gonna be a lot of fun. It's simple, it's easy. You know, sometimes you wanna have pasta. You got the hankering for some pasta, right? And you're like, man, I don't have a lot of time, but I want something delicious. You know, I don't wanna sacrifice flavor in something really delicious. So that's what today's recipe is. It's gonna be simple and easy, but it's packed full of a punch of just phenomenal flavor, and it just screams Old Italy for you. So what are we making? I know you guys already read the description. So we're gonna make a tagliatelle with ricotta cheese, you ready? Walnuts, Parmesan cheese, and a couple of little secret ingredients. It's gonna give you a punch, it's gonna be absolutely delicious. And this is really exactly as I described it. One of those simple, fun recipes that allow you to make something just delicious, whether it's a preemie, whether it's your first course, or whether you're looking as a main course. That's really fast. All right, so let's go over ingredients. Let's start having some fun. So first, you're gonna want a pound of pasta. In this case, tagliatelle, which is really ideally what you want. Listen, linguine will work great, fettuccine will work great, spaghetti will work great, pretty much anything will work great. But traditionally in Italy, this is gonna be best served with tagliatelle. I'll tell you, if you go to your international stores, your Mediterranean, your Italian stores, what you're gonna be able to do is buy a really good quality pasta, or you can make it yourself. But I love that because you're gonna have durum flour and nothing else. So no other ingredients, just brings out the delicious flavor of the wheat, which is really what you want in a good pasta. So we've got 1 pound of a pasta, in this case tagliatelle. Now we're gonna need some ricotta cheese. So we're gonna want 1 pound of whole milk ricotta cheese. Locally, one of my favorite cheeses, sounds crazy for some people, I love Trader Joe's whole milk ricotta cheese. It's almost like an impastata. It's got that really fine grind. It's very creamy. It's rich. It's smooth. Something really delicious. So certainly add it to your refrigerator. All right, next we're going to add that next ingredient, noci. We're going to add nuts. So we're going to add walnuts. Now you can add other nuts. Traditionally, it's going to be served with walnuts. So here I've got 1 cup of walnuts. Now I've got halved walnuts, and that's kind of important. So these are not ground, and they're not little pieces. So to get your measurement right, you want 1 whole cup, and I got a little bit fat of a cup here, but 1 whole cup of halved walnuts. And then I'm gonna show you what to do with those to get them prepped. Next, guys, we're gonna need some cheese. Now, what do we want in this? We want the king of all cheeses. So we don't really want the American version, the Parmesan cheese. What we want here is Parmesan Reggiano. And I'll tell you, there's nothing better. There's nothing better. I'll tell you, take that with honey and truffle. Oh, it's absolutely delicious. So in this case, we're going to use about 1/2 cup, maybe a little bit more heavy, of a fine grind of a Parmesan Reggiano. Okay, we're going to use that when we finish the dish and then when we plate the dish. Next, guys, we're going to need a lemon. So I want the zest only of the whole lemon. Oh, it's going to be delicious. And I'll tell you, lemon brings sunshine. It brings brightness, a cleanliness to the palate. So it kind of perks up your taste buds, and you get a little bit of the lemon with the zest, but then it allows you to actually taste the other flavors better. It makes them brighter or deeper. So that's why it's used often in a lot of cooking, especially Italian cooking. So we're gonna use the zest of 1 whole lemon. Now we're gonna need some salt. Now listen, the only place we're gonna use salt is in our pasta water, which I got prepping in the background here. Your Parmesan Reggiano already has salt, and ricotta cheese already has salt. So we don't really need any salt to the dish because we're adding it with our cheeses, but we do want to flavor. You always flavor in layers. So I always want to make sure every part of your dish has flavoring to it. Salt is an enhancer. So salt enhances or brings out the flavor, so it'll bring out the beautiful deliciousness of the nuttiness of the wheat in our pasta. And we're going to use about 1 tablespoon of salt for our pasta water. Next ingredient is going to be extra virgin olive oil. Now I want something Italian for this recipe. I want something really good, grassy, earthy, peppery. Give it a little bit of punch, a little bit of robust flavor. Where would I go? Hey guys, anyone new to our channel, and a huge shout out to our subscribers right now. Geez, I think we've got 170 plus 1,000 subscribers, and it means the world to me to invite you into the channel and to become a member and to be part of the Cooking Italian with Joe family, you know, familia. It's great. Anybody new to our channel, listen, I own a farm in Italy. It's in Puglia, right above the heel, and we co-op with a whole group of farms in that whole region to bring you some of the best extra virgin Italian olive oil you're ever going to have. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, my gosh, I would love to get a few bottles of it. I would love to send you a few bottles of it. So hit the link above, hit the link below, go to my webpage, Cooking Italian with Joe, and click buy it now. Grab yourself a few bottles. We'll drop ship it, drop it right off in your front doorstep. I think of it as taking a trip to Italy right in a bottle. Now, just a couple of more things to finish up. You're going to need a serving dish. I love this blue. Isn't that just a beautiful aqua blue? And it pairs so well with the pasta and the white and the cheeses. So we're going to use this as a serving dish. I've got my pot here with my boiling water, so I want to get that ready, and we're going to salt that up in a minute. And I'm definitely going to need a pan to roast my walnuts. I got to roast those walnuts. Okay, guys, what do you say? Let's get cooking. First thing I want to do, I want to get going on these walnuts. So on a cast iron pan, in this case, I'm going to take a cup of my walnuts, and I'm going to spread them right out in the pan. I've got the heat here at a medium high. Guys, while the walnuts are roasted, I'm going to go ahead and just start taking the zest. Oh, I'll tell you the aroma of that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use about a cup of the Parmesan Reggiano, maybe a little bit more, right to my ricotta cheese. Now set these aside because we're not done with them yet. And now, guys, just take a spoon, and you got all these beautiful flavors, and you want to stir this up immediately. That's perfect. I stirred it really well for a good minute. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and that's going to give it some time while everything else cooks and we prep it. I want those flavors to marry. There's one other trick we need to do with this cheese mixture before we add it to our pasta. I'll show you what that is in a minute. So these are starting to toast really well. So you see that? See how they're starting to darken up? What you're going to do is you're going to smell this beautiful aroma of nuts. And that's exactly what I want, because it's the oils that you want to be released as you roast these nuts. Guys, with the nuts being done, I'm going to go ahead and put them right on the chop block. Now, guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to take some of the nuts, and we're not looking for something really fine. And I like the fact that we get different sizes. Again, Italian cooking, it's the imperfection that's the perfection here, okay? And what I'm going to do here is chop them up a little bit. See, I got a little bit of everything going on there. And I like the fact that my nuts aren't roasted all exactly the same, because that in and of itself will give you some different flavors and some different textures in your dish. I'm going to go ahead and chop all my walnuts while my pasta water is coming up to a boil. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Pasta water's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put a good tablespoon of my salt right in there. And now I'm going to give that a good stir. And now, and only when I have a good rapid boil, I'm going to go ahead and add my tagliatelle. And your first key, guys, is just give it a really good stir. Guys, while the pasta is cooking, a couple of really good tips to make your dish come out delicious. One, you want to stir your pasta, whatever you're cooking in here, as often as you can. You want to do that for a couple of reasons. One, it'll prevent it from sticking. Two, you're always going to be able to check how far done your pasta is. Again, you want it that al dente, to the tooth, as they say. Three, you want to get that starch in the water loose and suspended in the water. You're going to get more starches, and that's going to add flavor to your pasta water, which you're always going to add some of your pasta water to your sauce. So you want to add something with flavor from the pasta. I'll tell you another important tip to make this come out molto delicioso is when you hit that big red subscribe button down in the corner, and you got to hit the like button. That way more people will watch the video. That's key. It shares our recipes and our family to other people. And the notification bell. That means that, hey, any recipe, any new trip, we've got a lot going on the farm, the olive oil harvest, all that'll come right to your notification box. And I'll tell you, it means the world to me when you subscribe to the channel. A big shout out to our, hey, Cooking Italian with Joe familia out there. And if you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you be a member, certainly of our family here at Cooking Italian with Joe. My last tip is grabbing some olive oil. Oh wait, I think you already clicked it. All right, great. It'll be at your front doorstep in a week. Guys, while the pasta's cooking now, I'm going to give this cheese one more stir. Oh, the aroma in there is just unbelievably delicious. And now, guys, I'm going to add my nuts, okay? And I'm going to hold back a little bit on the nuts. Gently give this a stir, and the beauty of that is it's going to allow all those flavors to marry as well. Now, guys, another really quick tip is I want to add a little bit of that pasta water to my ricotta mixture, okay? So I'm going to add about a half of a cup. I'm going to go ahead and add it right to my ricotta mixture. And then slowly give it a stir. Oh, that's beautiful. And there's our sauce right there. Ricotta cheese sauce is done. I'm going to set that to the side. And guys, my pasta's done. So I'm going to add some Vito and Joe's olive oil. And I'm going to add just a couple of tablespoons to the bottom of my dish. And now let that pasta drain. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it right in my dish. and then just give it a stir. Oil will help prevent anything from sticking, plus it adds a nice, delicious flavor. And now, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a ricotta cheese mix, and then real slow, real gentle. Can you guys get the aroma of that and the deliciousness of that? That is absolutely perfect. So give it a good stir so everything's mixed evenly throughout your dish. Now, guys, I wanna finish the top off with some cheese. And again, use that microplaner. And now what I do is take those nuts I saved from the side and sprinkle that little bit right on the top. Guys, it's my favorite time, it's taste time. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take a pair of tongs. I mean, this is traditionally how you're gonna get it in Italy. And you're gonna turn the tongs in your pasta. And then once you get it up, you're gonna just release that. Oh, that's perfect. And now, don't forget, you gotta take some Parmesan cheese. You gotta hit a little bit of the Parmesan Reggiano. Okay, beautiful, that's awesome. And there you go. The aroma, first off, is fantastic. Here comes your favorite time. I'm gonna put it right through the camera here. I wish I could kick it right through your computer or phone right now to you. Cooking Italian with Joe, smell-o-vision, taste-o-vision, share-o-vision. Oh, look at that, does that look great? You got the walnuts with the ricotta cheese all over. Got a little olive oil, the nuts, the lemon. Oh man, that's gonna be good. This brings me right to my home in Italy because the ricotta cheese is really a southern Italian cheese. And it's a fresh cheese. Oh, I'll tell you, the perfume, the aroma of that. You get the cheese right out of the gate, the pasta. You can get a little bit of the walnuts you're grabbing. A little bit, like a little bit of the lemon. That's gonna be hot. The pasta is perfect. Al dente, it's got that nice chew, that nice consistency. The ricotta just hits you right out of the gate. And then you're getting your Parmesan cheese almost at the same time and a little bit as you chew it, because it's mixed with the ricotta. And then you get the lemon. You're getting notes of the lemon, but again, it's a backdrop. It's not dominating by any means. And then as you're chewing, you're getting all those walnuts. So you got the little bits of walnuts, the big bits to add a nice texture. And like I said, there's different flavors of the walnut because it's cooked a little differently. Listen, it's official. The second bite is better than the first bite. As I keep eating, it just gets better and better. And you taste that nuttiness of the pasta. Boy, guys, what a delicious recipe, huh? Simple, fast, easy, full of flavor. Just like I promised, certainly a go-to recipe for you and your family for years to come. Now remember, you're not done yet. You got to hit the thumbs up, which will share our video on YouTube to other people looking for great Italian recipes and a great channel to be a part of the family with, you know what I mean? And then you hit that notification bell, and then you hit the subscribe button. And for those already a member of the Cooking Italian with Joe Borio family, hey, welcome to the family. Anybody new, hey, welcome to the family to you guys too. Now don't forget, click on buy it now, grab yourself some bottles of olive oil, drop ship it right to your house. My last tip, and certainly my most important tip, and it really is the reason that I do these videos, is you know, a couple of times a month, once a week, get around the table with your family and celebrate your heritage, whatever that might be. And more importantly, guys, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring yourself together for generations, because you're gonna set traditions that'll last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Guys, from my kitchen years, until next week, mwah, buon appetito.